Ciao everybody, Katerina here. Welcome to my home on this beautiful fall day. Today's going to be part 2 from my stuffed fagiolette, which I did yesterday. I have all that wonderful ricotta and spinach left over, and I'm going to be preparing pizza rustica with all that leftover stuffing. Now, I'm invited to a potluck this afternoon, and this is what I'm going to be bringing. Now, let's get started. Okay, I'm adding 3 1/4 cup of 00 flour to my mixing bowl, and you're going to need your dough hook. Here I have a 1/4 cup of olive oil. I'm going to add it to my 00 flour. 100 milliliters of water. And I'm just going to let this mix. I'm going to add 2 pinches of salt. Just going to let it mix until it combines fully. You might have to add a little bit more of olive oil if you see it a little bit too dry, or a little bit of cold water. We're just going to watch it. I want to thank Lorenzo and Mauro for this beautiful dress. I can't believe I picked it out myself. Mauro told me that it was for his girlfriend and which dress should he get her, and they both gifted me this beautiful dress, and I absolutely love it. It's no need. I let them go home with all the leftover food, and this is their way of thanking me. Love you too. Not too dry, so I'm going to add a tablespoon of water, a little bit at a time, just so that it'll all combine. Okay, now 1 more tablespoon of water, so that was an addition 2 tablespoons of water, and it looks like it's going to do the trick. Also ended up adding an additional tablespoon of olive oil, and this is how you want the dough, gathering together around the dough hook like this. I'm just going to leave it alone for another 2 minutes, and then we're going to bang it. This is the dough. I let the machine knead it a little bit, but you know what, there's nothing like your hands. It feels beautiful. And now this particular dough, you notice I didn't use any yeast, so we're going to have to bang it about 10 times. Thank you. Here we go. Just going to bang it. Bang it. Okay. So I banged it quite a bit. It's nice and soft and smooth. Now I'm going to put it in plastic wrap, and I'm going to let it rest in a warm area for about half an hour. Okay, while my dough is resting, this is the leftover ricotta yesterday. Just a little recap. It was with Parmigiano cheese, 3 eggs, the spinach, and the ricotta. If you want to see the full recipe, just go back to my first episode. And now to this, I'm going to add a cup of Kalimata olives. I'm just going to cut them in half. Slice them in half, and I removed all the juices. You don't want all those juices because you don't want it to overpower the flavors in the ricotta. Now I'm just going to add it to my ricotta mixture, and I'm going to give it a really good mix. There, and my filling is ready. Okay, so it's been 32 minutes that my dough's been out. It's lovely, it's nice and soft, that's what you want. And I've put out some 00 bench flour, and we're just going to give this a really good roll. I'm just going to stretch it out with my hands a little bit. It's a beautiful dough to work with, it really is. Okay, so this has to be extremely thin, very thin, and I prepared my, it's a jelly roll pan, and it's 12 by 17. I sprayed it, floured it, put parchment paper, sprayed and floured it again. And you want the dough to go over because we're going to encase the stuffing inside. I'm just going to continue to roll it out, and you want it really thin. It would be a really good time now to preheat your oven at 375. To be much thinner than this, I'm just stretching it out with my hands. I love working with dough. Dough is beautifully thin. You can see my fingers. When you see your fingers, you know it's ready. So here's my pan, and I'm just going to lay it over. Beautiful. There we are. I'm just going to work in the corners. I'm just going to add the mixture. I'm just going to plop it in now, and then I'll work it down with an offset spatula. With an offset spatula like I have, I'm just going to put it right through. You have to be patient, and you have to do it very calmly and slowly, because you want a nice thin even layer throughout your pizza rustica. Just gonna fold the ends first, nicely, and then this side. Beautiful. And now I'm going to fold in these parts here. Oh, beautiful. And there we go. How easy. I'm just going to pinch with my fingers where the adjoining is, because I don't want it to open up. And it looks kind of nice anyway. There. Just going to drizzle it with olive oil. And I'm going to use a pastry brush to just, it'll give it a beautiful color, to say nothing of the flavor. Beautiful flavor. I'm just going to add a little bit of salt, just a little bit. It'll give it a lovely crunch. And in the oven, it's going to go for 30 to 35 minutes. My pizza rustica is ready. Smells so good. Now I'm going to cut it into squares. I have a pizza cutter here. Just going to cut it into squares. This way it'll be much easier for serving. Oh, smells so good. I'm just going to go down the center. This will be lovely serving sizes. Perfect. I love the corner. I'm a corner girl. Oh, look how gorgeous that looks. And just beautiful. Now you're going to tell me that you would not love something like this. I'm going to taste it for you. And also this is, if you're looking for a finger food, this is perfect for that. I'm going to taste it. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. You will love this, and I got an olive. Oh, delicious with the olives. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. It's Katerina from my home to yours.